What's crack-a-lackin'? Welcome in to My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football Show.
Welcome into episode 121. Everybody, I am your host, SleezBall. Today's episode will be my week 9 top 10 defenses, top 10 kickers plus one streamer each. Before we dive into it, guys, make sure you smash that like, make sure you smash that subscription, turn that bell on. It helps me out a ton. I will be live on Thursday for the birthday stream, and then I'll be live on Sunday for the pregame show. And if you guys can't make any of the shows, always drop any content or any questions, comments you guys have down below. I try to get to every single one of them. That is one of my goals as a content creator, to help you get that weekly win and get you that ultimate goal of a championship, you guys. And if you guys want to check out my waiver wire video, so who to pick up tonight, that is also out. You guys can check that out. And let's dive into my kicker and defense ranking, guys. So if you guys are new to the channel, this is my kicker and defense board here heading into week 9. I will not use the baller tier. I'll use tier 1, tier 2 for the top 10 kickers. I'll use tier 4, tier 5 for the top 10 defenses. And then tier 3 will be where the streamer is for each to play this week, guys. And you have the Steelers and the 49ers on a bye. So Jake Moody's still hurt. The number 1 kicker, Chris Boswell, is out, guys. So what I look for in kickers and defenses, guys, is high scoring offenses, bad defenses, good red zone defenses that stop them and force them to make field goals, and then, of course, grunge matches. And I'll dive into a couple of those here. Now, starting off for the number 1 kicker of the week, Brandon Aubrey. This guy's always going to be number 1. Didn't have a good week last week, but when you go up against the Atlanta Falcons, guys, they rank last versus the kicker. So they rank 32nd. They give up 12.3 points for the kicking game weekly, which is crazy. This is going to be a smash play for Brandon Aubrey this week. My kicker number 2 heading into the week here is going to be Will the Thrill. So I know he only had 8 points last week, but you get the Indianapolis Colts this week. They gave up 9.2 points to the kicker position a week, and I feel like the Minnesota Vikings defense is just going to throttle Anthony Richardson with their blitz packages, and they're going to have opportunities galore for points, and it's going to be one of those games that you just want to be part of here with the kicking game here. Number 3, Kaimi Fairbairn, kicker number 3 on the year. He gets the New York Jets this weekend, and this is the type of defense that you're looking for a kicker. Again here, obviously you're starting him anyways. He's been a superstar kicker, but they allow 9.2 points to the kicker position. You're going to get Thursday Night Football, short week, and should be a lot of scoring here, especially in the kicking game for Kaimi Fairbairn. My number 4 kicker is going to be Justin Tucker, the Baltimore Ravens. Now they're going to be getting the Broncos. The Broncos defense doesn't give up that many kicker points, 6.2 points on the season. They rank 5th. So tough matchup there, but I just look at it differently when you have King Henry and Lamar Jackson. They've been a nightmare to stop. Besides the Cleveland Browns with the upset of the year last year with Jameis Winston. Still, Justin Tucker in this offense, I'm never keeping him out of the top 5. He's one of the greatest kickers of all time, if not the greatest kicker of all time. Number 5 is going to be Younghoe Koo. And this is a beautiful matchup here. So the Atlanta Falcons are going to be going up against the Dallas Cowboys this week. And the over-under is already at 52.5. And the Dallas Cowboys rank 30th versus the kicker, giving up 10.3. So this game between Kaimi Fairbairn and Brandon Aubrey here combined is going to be a massive kicking game. A lot of points here, especially with a spread at 52.5. Number 6, Monday Night Football, Harrison Butker. They host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I know the Buccaneers were down Chris Godwin and they were down Mike Evans, but they still put up points. So I'm looking for a high kicking game here. Tampa Bay ranks 21st versus the kicker. They give up 9.1 points a game. That's what you want in the kicker. And now you have DeAndre Hopkins working into the system a little more. He only played 30% snaps last week. This offense should be moving at a different pace now. And Tampa Bay's defense struggles. There should be a lot of points here, and I like Harrison Butker as my kicker number 6 this week. Kicker number 7, Jake Elliott, coming off the big week last week, gets another great matchup here. Gets the Jacksonville Jaguars. Probably the worst defense all around the NFL. Versus the wide receiver, versus the tight end, versus the running back. They can't stop anything. Even versus the kicker, they rank 19th, giving up 8.8 points. And Jake Elliott, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Saquon, Devonta, all of them are going to be eating against this defense. And I like a lot of kicker points here for Jake Elliott as well. Kicker number 8, and this one's been a little frustrating. He's been missing from 50 yards. I don't know what's going on with Evan, the Money Mac McPherson here, but it's a great matchup. You get the Oakland Raiders. The Raiders rank 27th versus the kicker. They give up 10 points a game. So it should be a smash play here if my guy can just bang in some long ones. And the Bengals need to win this game. This is a do or die for them. So I still have Evan McPherson in my top 8, even though he's missing 50 yards. The matchup is just too good. Number 9, Cameron Dicker. This man has just been on a mission with 40 points in the past 3 games, averaging 13 kicker points. He's now a top 10 kicker on the season. The Chargers are going to get the Cleveland Browns, which is a tough red zone defense. So that's what you want here in a grunge match. This is one of those grunge matches you want. So they give up 8.2 points to the kicker position. That is also what you want with a kicker. So Cameron Dicker is going to be my kicker number 9 this week. Number 10 is going to be Tyler Bass. The Buffalo Bills are finally back in the top 10 here. I've had Tyler Bass out for a minute, but now you get the Miami Dolphins. So the Miami Dolphins, you're looking at a possible shootout game here. Miami coming off that bad loss with the fumble. And Miami ranks 29th versus the kicker. They give up 10.1 points per game. So Tyler Bass, this Buffalo Bills offense is flying. He's going to be my number 10 kicker of the week. Number 11, my streamer. So this is the guy that's probably on your waiver wire. The rookie Jake Bates for the Detroit Lions. This is what you want, a high-powered offense, a grunge match versus Green Bay. We don't know if Jordan Love is out there. He says day-to-day his MRI came back clean. You're looking at a possible shootout game here to the max. If Jordan Love is out there, again, that's going to be huge if he is. If he's not, I could see it being a little different. But 48.5 point over-under, 6-2, 6-1, division on the line, playoff CD on the line. This is a game where you want a kicker in. Now, heading to my top 10 defenses on the week, guys. My number 1 defense is going to be the Minnesota Vikings. And you're going to ask why? Well, I'm going to say it's because they're playing Anthony Richardson. And Anthony Richardson is that quarterback that cannot read a defense this year. And who blitzes at the highest rate? The Minnesota Vikings. So I fear a nightmare game here coming for Anthony Richardson. I'm probably going to have him in my sit-in videos later and everything like that. But the Minnesota Viking defense is going to shred. Number 2 is going to be the Detroit Lions. And this is based off, I honestly think the Packers are going to sit Jordan Love, right? They were the number 1 defense last week. If they get Malik Willis here in this game, they're going to be a great defense here again. But if Jordan Love is out there, I would definitely drop this defense out of the top 10. So this is banking on, I think the Packers have a bye coming. I think they're going to rest Jordan Love through the bye. I mean, he's been beat up all year. So I think that'd be smart for them to do, even though it's a massive game. Number 3 is going to be the LA Chargers. This is just a great defense, guys. I know the matchup is now Jameis Winston and the Cleveland Browns, and they just balled out versus Baltimore. But they balled out versus Baltimore with their top 2 corners were down. Nate Wiggins and Humphrey were out of that game. So now you're going up against a full healthy Charger defense. Going to be a different game here. It's not going to be a high shootout game like the Ravens game. This is going to be an ugly grunge game. And this is what you want for a defense. It's an ugly grunge game here. Number 4 is going to be the Houston Texans and Thursday Night Football. They get the New York Jets. So I'm going to bring up the Jets as well here. We'll talk about them both. So I have the Texans at 4 and the Jets at 8. And it's just been a struggle for CJ Stroud. It's just been a struggle for Aaron Rodgers. You get him on a short week here, and you have no Stephon Diggs out there. Looks like his season may be over. We don't know yet, but they won't officially release the MRI of a torn ACL or whatever's going on there. And on the Jets side, Aaron Rodgers is struggling even with Devontae Adams and Garrett Wilson. I know they have a good run deep against Breece Hall, but I just like this short week of both these defenses in my top 10. Number 5 is going to be the Baltimore Ravens. They get the Denver Broncos. They get their corners back healthy. It looks like Wiggins and Humphrey are going to be out there this week, which is huge. But when you're playing Denver, like everyone's riding high on Denver on their win streak, Denver hasn't really beaten anybody in the past 2 weeks. This is going to be their first test, and I feel like the Ravens are going to get up early, and that defense is going to get after Bo Nix, and it's going to be a different story. So I have the Ravens in my top 5 at number 5. Number 6 is going to be the Chicago Bears. I was wrong last week. I thought they'd get Brisker back. They did not. Brisker should be back this week, which is going to be a huge uptick for the Bears defense. Kyler Murray, I thought was, struggling till last week. Then he came out balling. So different side there for him. He found a connection with Marvin Harrison Jr., but now you're going to get Jalen Johnson. They should also get back Kyler Gordon as well on the Bears side of the defensive ball here. And when this defense is healthy, guys, it's just so good. It's crazy. Number 7 is going to be the Kansas City Chiefs. Monday Night Football at home here. You're going to get Tampa Bay. And I know that Tampa Bay showed up last week without their 2 superstars, right? They still hung in the game there. This is a different defense they're going up. They're on the road. They're at Arrowhead. I just don't know if I can ride the Baker wave again one more time here, even though he popped off last week. I don't think it's going to happen this week versus Kansas City. If he does, I'll be like, all right, Baker's him, and he's just that good. But I'm still taking the Chiefs as my defense, number 7. Number 9, the Cincinnati Bengals. So if they're on your waiver wire, this is something you should be targeting this week 100%. They get the Las Vegas Raiders, and their Bengals are at home. And we know what the Las Vegas Raiders bring to the table. Not a lot. So this is a good defense to get, even though the Bengals defense is not good. This is just a matchup play here, and I like this play a lot this week. Number 10, the New Orleans Saints. And you get the Carolina Panthers. And we don't know if it's going to be Bryce Young or Andy Dalton. I honestly don't care either way. I think the Panthers are just absolutely looking for next year, falling apart. They should be trading their pieces. They should be trading Chuba. They should be trading Deontay Johnson. They should be trading Thielen. They should be doing whatever they can to rebuild. And this is the defense or offense that you want to target with defenses every single week. Now, looking into my streamer of the week here, it is going to be the Washington Commanders. Look what they just did to the Chicago Bears offense, and the Commanders defense was not even high on my board. And now you get the New York Giants. Looks like Tyrone Tracy gets a concussion last night. He'll be out. So they're still going to have to deal with neighbors, but you have Daniel Jones. I mean, he played okay last night. It's still Danny Dimes. You know he's going to flop and do something weird here and there. So my streamer defense is going to be the Washington Commanders this week. Thanks for rocking with me today, guys. That is the end of the episode. That is my week 9 top 10 kickers, top 10 defenses plus 1 streamer each for you guys. Remember, guys, before we head out, smash that like, smash that subscription, turn that bell on. It helps me out a ton, guys. And remember, if you cannot make any of the live streams, you can also drop any comment you want down below. I try to answer every single one of them. That is one of my goals as a content creator, is to help you out this year, guys. And my next coming videos is going to be all my rankings. So I got the birthday party Thursday. It's going to be wild and out. So today will be all my rankings. Tomorrow will be all my stardom sit-ins, and I'll try to get it to you guys all by Thursday before the stream. And again, thank you guys for all the support. I'll catch you in the next video. SleezBall out.